I know I've been talking about this on the channel a lot, but hear me out. The Packers, I think, are going to make a move in the next month or so, maybe right before the draft. I think they are very much prepared to part with that number one pick in order to get a big time pass rusher. Now, to get one of these so called big time pass rushers that may or may not be available, a first, maybe probably a second, maybe something else might be needed. Maybe Jair Alexander. Because at this point, let's face it, Packers fans, Jair Alexander is gone. He's gone. He's not coming back. And let's be honest, it's probably for the best. I mean, he's had locker room concerns. He can't stay healthy. And yes, he's a good guy corner when he's out there, but it's just 16 games out of the available 37 games the last couple of years. Yeah, it's just he's just been getting paid too much money. Now, if you were to supposedly bring him back on a new deal and restructured deal where it's performance based, stuff like that, maybe it could work, but let's face it, it's not happening. So, of the three pass rushes, I think that could be available. Trey Hendrickson, let's be honest, he could very well be gettable because how are the Cincinnati Bengals going to pay for Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson? Now, they do need Trey Hendrickson a lot. Like, look how bad their defense was last year with him. And if he was gone, they would completely descend into madness. Just absolute destruction. But you know how Mike Brown is. He's as cheap as they come. You can literally call him a skinflint. He's just does not want to pay. I mean, just again, look at Bengals cheap on Google, and you'll see how absolutely disgustingly cheap that Bengals have been over the years. Maxx Crosby doesn't sound like he's available right now, but let's be honest, the Raiders are nowhere near where they want to be. And yes, Tom Brady is running the Raiders, but just because he's a Hall of Famer doesn't mean he knows how to build a team. Let's be honest, I don't think he's going to do very well. Let's be honest, he's just not. But Maxx Crosby could become available, and could you just see Maxx Crosby in green and gold? I certainly can. Now, the Raiders would definitely want the floor for him, but I think he could be gettable for a couple picks, and maybe Jair Alexander and the Browns. Yes, I know Interberry said he's not trading Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett, if he holds out, he's going to make it nearly impossible for the Browns to ignore, and eventually he will get dealt. I mean, just the Packers need one of these guys. They just do. They need a Reggie White type player, and all three of these players are Reggie White type players that could bring your team to another Super Bowl. Let me know what you think of those. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.